Welcome back to the channel, guys. Episode 37 of the Youth Academy Challenge. And today we've got the youth intake and we've also got potentially a Champions League qualification. Let's do it. 30 games into the season then, and we're currently 4th in the table. Pisa are just behind us. They've been incredible still. I don't know how they keep doing it. Juventus and AC Milan play each other in the game in a second. Our youth intake has come through though, so I didn't want to continue after that. But they've got a game in hand. I'd take a draw. A draw would be really good, but if anyone wants to win, I really want AC Milan to win, because if Juventus win, then they overtake us, I'm pretty certain. But we are in 4th. We're not a million miles behind Napoli in 3rd, and we do play Napoli next. If we look at the schedule, we are still in the Europa League quarter-final. Well, the Europa League, we're in the quarter-final, but we've got Tottenham. So yeah, we drew with Benfica 1-1 away, and then we beat them on penalties after a 1-1 at home. It was quite even, to be honest. I think we're probably at that level, but we're not at the Tottenham level, Premier League level yet. We're not at that level. We beat AC Milan 2-0, which is nice. We're on a decent run of form at the moment. We did just lose to Fiorentina 2-1 away, which was really frustrating. We played really well there. We should have probably won that game. Fernando scoring there, but we went 2-0 down. They took their chances. We didn't take our chances. That is the story of the majority of our losses. We lost to Fulham 5-1. That was crazy. It's just the Premier League. They've got ridiculous players everywhere. In the Coppa Italia, we lost to Atalanta 3-0. Was a bit surprised with that result, but they deserve to win that. We beat Roma 3-0. We drew with Juventus. We lost to Sassuolo 4-2, which was annoying. And then we've just lost to Fiorentina. After beating Inter Milan as well, that was crazy. Tommaso Pucci there, come off the bench. Scored an 88th minute winner away from home at Inter Milan, which was crazy. And then we lost to Fiorentina after that. That's probably the best ever win on this save, that, away from home at Inter Milan, who are by far the best team in the league. 2-1, their team is just absolutely stacked. So we've got Napoli, then we've got Tottenham, then we've got Bologna, Tottenham, Atalanta, and then after that we've got games where we should win, apart from Pisa, but even then, Pisa's at home, so I'm quietly confident about that one, but they are very good. They're very good against us. I think there's something about the rivalries on FM, where if you've got a rivalry, I think teams play a bit differently. I don't know, it's the only team that even when they weren't doing well, they seem to do well against us. So I think there is something in the derby thing on FM. So I don't know what it is. Maybe if it's on this list here, teams play better against you if they're weaker. I don't know. It feels that way anyway. It could be wrong. But I do wonder why they would put this in the game if there's no difference inside the match engine. But not complaining. That is very true to real life anyway. But it's just something that I've noticed that's a bit different, that whenever we play Pisa, they seem to be very good. I mean, they are very good this season, but before that, when they weren't as good. Right, we're going to show you a few players from our team that have improved since December. Not massive amounts, but the first thing you guys might notice that I'm going to talk to you guys about is I've changed our attributes from dark red, because a few people on stream on Twitch as well said that they were struggling to see, and a few people in the comments on YouTube have also said they're struggling to see. So I've changed it to sort of like a pinky colour, and people on Twitch, when I asked them, they said that was better. Now, I think it is, because I'm looking on this screen over to my left here on Streamlabs, and I actually can see it more clearly there. So I'm guessing that's sort of what you see, because on my monitor it's more in my face, whereas you guys can sort of see it from a bit more of a distance. So I think that is probably more readable for you guys. It sticks out a little bit as well. I don't mind, personally. Someone said green, but I'm just not a fan of the colour green, to be honest, especially lighter green. But I think this looks all right, and Sardini is improving quite nicely. He's just a pure defender, really. 16 positioning, 16 tackling, 14 marking, 17 decision making. I'd like his jumping reach to go up, and I would like his pace to go up. But he's played 39 games in all competitions and a 6.76, which isn't amazing. But for his first season, I think that is nice. Leading Serie B player as well. Yeah, he's fairly consistent. I think he's just going to get better and better and better. If we look at development graph, since December, because that's where we last saw him, he's gone up slightly as well there to another half a star, which is really nice. And obviously, I'm hoping for the next year we can see this bit here will be down here, and I'm hoping the graph will be all the way up there, and he's probably potentially a 4-star centre back. And then we can really look at doing quite well in the Champions League, to the point where we might even reach the quarterfinals of that. At the minute, we're a sort of quarterfinal, semi-final Europa League team. I'm hoping in the next 2 seasons we can make that jump up to a Champions League quarterfinal team. We shall see. Leonardo Troiani then is the next player. He is also progressing quite nicely again since December. Steady incline. He's improved quite a lot in the last month, I would say. He's still not worth loads, and he's not exploding like I thought he would do, but he's a good player. And 42 matches in all competitions, 7.04. So I can't ask for much more than that. I think I've given him the trait, likes to switch ball to wide areas, and I think that's helped him out a little bit. When he gets the ball from the right-hand side, he does look to play the left-hand side, which is nice, and it's definitely made us a little bit better. I do like that trait. It's one of the traits that I value the most in my midfielders. It's really good in the match engine. We look at his progress bar, like I said. In the last month, it has gone up quite significantly there. That is quite a big jump when you're a 3-star player. If we look at his report card, he's not really got anything wrong with him, just saying that we could improve on his ball control and he needs to become more clinical in front of goal, but that's not his job. He's a leading Serie B player, but I'm hoping in the next couple of years he can actually become that Serie A centre midfield that we've needed. Matteo Conte then is next up, and this is my favourite player so far at the moment. This is my favourite player of my current team. 16 years old, 18 starts, 2 substitute appearances in all competitions, 6.83 average rating, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind that. He's done really well in Europa League though, 6.96 out of 5 games. His jumping reach has gone up, which I really like, because I obviously like taller players in midfield to try and win the headers from goal kicks and second balls, etc. But if we look at his progress bar, since December, he has gone up yet again. So, I am going to keep playing this guy. I am going to sort of prioritise him over Rocky because I think he's going to get better. His personality is better as well. Looking at his report card, he's got a bit of a problem with consistency. I'm hoping we can smooth that out with better performances. But he's a Serie C player right now, and he doesn't show it though. He does quite well, and he's also got a little bit of pace, which I quite like. He came at 16 with pace, which I really do like. I'm trying to work on his off the ball at the moment, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, off the ball and anticipation to try and run into the box and get those second balls and cutbacks, and he can smash it into the back of the net. Good passer, good first touch, good crosser as well, which is quite nice because he sometimes does find himself out there and he can cross it into the box. Bit of a KDB type player on our hands here. I do like him. He's a powerful player. I'm hoping he gets even better, and I'm sure he will do. He's only 16. It's crazy. Yeah, Matteo Conte looks very, very good, and he's listed as our hot prospect. The only other player really that's got that much better enough to show you guys the difference is Fernando. Now, this guy's got 16 dribbling and 16 finishing now. He just keeps getting better and better and better. 16 off the ball. He's also now scored 16 goals in all competitions. He's scoring... At the start of the season, he starts quite slow, but now he's actually scoring like 1 in every 1.5 games at the moment. But I'm hoping by next season, when we play him striker for the entirety of the season, he can hit 25 plus goals, no problem. That should be the aim, 25 plus. I'm hoping for 30 in all competitions, but he's just getting better and better and better to the point where PSG are now interested. I am in the middle also of giving him a new contract. It will be, I think it's around 50,000 a week. It's a big, big increase on his current wage. But PSG are sniffing around, like I said, and I think this guy's going to be our best player. I think he's going to become better than Bonomi. Potential Ballon d'Or. I'm going to say it. Potential Ballon d'Or player if we win the Champions League and Serie A. We look at his progress bar then. Since December there, it's gone up and up and up again. Just keeps getting better and better and better. Like I said, just going to keep playing him striker. And hopefully we've got our end game striker who's just going to be there until the end of this save. And he's going to score so many goals, it's ridiculous. Okay then, it's the intake time. I showed you only a couple of players today because all the other ones didn't really get that much better to the point where it wasn't worth showing you guys. By the next episode, I'm sure we'll be showing you a lot more of my players because there's a lot more time in between. It's like 6 or 7 months in between the next ones. So let's look at the intake then. We're hoping for a left back, I'm hoping for a goalkeeper, and I'm hoping for a central midfielder. Let's go then. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. That's 6 elite talents. 2 central midfielders. A left back potentially there in Arenya. Striker, which we don't really need, but I'll take it. No goalkeepers though. Oh, he's there. I mean, I can't complain, right? I can't complain. 6 elite talents. You should never complain by that. But I need a goalkeeper pretty badly. It's not somewhere I can retrain someone, is it? I need a goalkeeper, but doesn't matter. Let's go have a look at these guys. Let's go and have a look at the youth candidates. Not a problem. Let's go to our youth team view. Let's sort by potential. Oh, we've got a lot of good personalities as well. Fairly professional across the board, which is pretty nice. We've got a balance there, which is not as good. but it's absolutely fine. So, first one we're going to look at then, we're going to have a look at Alessandro Grosso, because he's 1.5-star current ability and he's 4-star potential ability. This guy could be someone that actually improves. We're definitely going to sign him up. Let's have a look at him. Yep, he's got decent attributes. He's got some pace as well, which is nice. He could definitely become a backup player if he is only 4-star potential. But, as always, sometimes players actually improve potentially. So, we're definitely signing Grosso up. He's got 12 finishing, 12 passing, 12 technique. Can't complain with that, really, for a 4-star potential player. Not a problem. Alessandro Grosso will be definitely getting signed up. Okay, then. Who have we got up next? We've got Berzagli. Now, Berzagli, he's a 4.5-star potential guy, right? I did notice this. He is 4.5-star potential, the rest are 5. But Berzagli was mentioned in the message. It says, our annual youth candidate intake has arrived for assessment. Whilst it remains very early in their respective careers, these players, led by the very gifted Valerio Berzagli, have a real chance of developing into a golden generation. So, my head of youth says that Berzagli is the main guy. So, it's interesting that he's only 4.5 stars. But, doesn't matter. Centre-back, 6'2". Let's have a look at him. Yeah, he's good. Not a problem. 15 years old, 12 tackling, 13 heading, 13 jumping reach. Good aggression, good bravery, good composure. Cannot complain about that. Every single attribute is at least 8 or 9 at 15 years old. This guy's probably going to do very, very well for us. If we look at his report card, he has got a competitive streak, which means he's a bit dirty, but I don't mind that. Good in the air, which is nice. Could improve a lot, as always, which is fine. Should a bit more consistency. Yeah, fairly susceptible to injuries, which is a bit of a problem. But if this left back in this intake, who looks like he can play left wing back and left midfield, which is always good, then we might finally be changing our formation. Because I've needed a left wing back for ages. So Berzagli looks very, very nice. We'll probably just work on his defensive positioning to start with, get his marking and his positioning up, and everything else should take care of itself. But this guy could be very, 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 very good. Okay, we've got this guy next then, F. Di Michele. We can't see his first name yet, but let's have a look at him. This guy is an attacking midfielder / striker. Don't really need one, but let's have a look at him. Oh, yes, he's quite good, isn't he? Oh, yes. Okay. Francesco Di Michele, that is probably the most Italian name I've ever seen. 15 first touch, 12 passing, 13 technique. Like I mentioned, if we do go to the 3 at the back formation, we're going to be playing with 2 defensive midfielders, 2 attacking midfielders, and a striker. So more attacking midfielders, can't really complain. If it's a central midfielder though, and he doesn't look very good at attacking, we will retrain him to a defensive midfielder. And we'll probably retrain some of those centre-backs to defensive midfielder as well. So get the most out of all our team. Vangioni will probably go and play as a striker. But yeah, we don't really have any out-and-out wingers to the point where we're wasting them. So I do think at some point we do need to go to 3 at the back. Places shots here, which is nice. Tries to play his way out of trouble, which is also very good. And tries long-range passes with good passing. All a big fan of that. 5'9", but he's got some nice attributes. Again, if you look, nothing really is below 8 that you need. 9 dribbling is probably the worst attribute he's got. That's absolutely fine. If he's got 9 dribbling at 15 years old, and that's his worst thing, can't complain, can you? Again, consistency, but that's to be expected. He's only 15. We'll work on that. Very, very good player is De Michele. He will be looking to break into the first team in a couple of seasons. You never know. Some of these guys might become top level, right? We just don't know. But we're going to keep working on every single player like they're going to become the best player in the world. But Di Michele looks very, very good. Okay, then next we've got Luigi Gaspari, which also might be the most Italian name I've ever seen. This guy is born in Livorno, left central midfielder and attacking midfielder. Fairly professional, 15 years old as well. Let's have a look at him. Oh my God, okay. He is good. He is good. And I'll tell you another reason why he's good. Is because not only can he dribble and he's got massively good technique, he can pass, but then on top of that, he can also, he's decent at defending. 7 marking, 7 tackling, 7 positioning isn't bad. So this guy might actually eventually be retrained as a DM or even potentially a left wing back. I don't think he's got what it takes to be an attacking midfielder because I want my attacking midfielders to be sort of quite fast and dynamic. Tries killer balls often as well, shoots from distance, tries first time shots. That could be nice arriving from here in Segundo Volante maybe. We shall see, but again, I like the look of this guy. Hard-working midfielder, great teamwork, great work rate, great flair, great technique. What a player this dude is. Luigi Gaspari. Again, consistency, competitive streak, but some very good pros as well. This is looking like a very good intake, guys. It's looking like an elite level intake. And I think the reason for this one is probably because we've reached 4 stars as the club reputation. So next then, we've got William Zanetti, who is a defensive midfielder primarily, but can also play midfield centre and attacking midfield. Fairly professional again, 15 years old. Let's have a look at him. Doesn't look as good as the other guys right off the bat, but I could get on board with him. We can get on board with him. He's definitely more of a DM than attacking midfielder, but the 6 marking, 6 positioning, I will work on that. We'll be working on his marking and his positioning when he first comes in. Yeah, he's not amazing at one thing, but he's not bad at anything, really. Ball concentration's a little bit of a worry. I don't know. What do you guys think of this guy, Zanetti? Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. I've noticed there's not many cons on these players anymore, which is really good. It's a sign of our intakes getting even better. I can't complain about him because there's a decent player there. Got some decent attributes. But I'm not sure where he excels at. We'll see, right? Zanetti. He might end up being one of those players like the Belgian guy from the other intakes, where he just went down to 4-star potential and doesn't look really usable. So we'll see. But Zanetti for now, he's 5-star potential, so pretty good. Right, I'm going to leave Marco Arena for last because he's my biggest hope because he's the wing back. So we're going to look at Matteo Milesi now. Balanced personality, but he's outspoken and volatile as his media handling style, which isn't good, but it's not the biggest problem in the world. Matteo Milesi, then 6'3" at 15, centre back. Let's have a look at him. Again, nice. 12 tackling. Good jumping reach as well. Mentals are really, really good. Good technique as well. The 4 dribbling's a little bit bad because I wanted to use wide centre-backs that bring the ball out. The 3 at the back formation is going to be quite a possession-heavy system where we look to dictate the tempo of the game, play it around quite a lot, be quite patient, and look for opportunities. So this guy might have to be the middle centre-back where he doesn't need to dribble. But Matteo Milesi looks very, very good. Another centre-back that's coming through. We're absolutely, look at this, we're absolutely inundated with centre-backs. There are people that can play there. It's pretty crazy. On to the last player then, Marco Arena, the biggest hope for me in this one. I'm going to look at the goalkeeper real quick, Roberto Marino. Yeah, as I thought, he's not going to make it. Unsporting personality as well. He's not going to make it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think I should be signing him up? I'm not sure. I'll not make the decision just yet, but I don't think he will be. Marco Arena then, left wing back. Let's have a look. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I quite like him. He is a natural left back. He's left-footed as well, which is nice. 5'7". He's not pacey, which I'd have liked. But he's got good aggression and he's got good bravery, good decision-making. I like that. Work rate could have been a bit higher. I like the teamwork. 8 tackling, 8 marking, 9 positioning, 7 dribbling. He's not amazing, but there's something there, isn't there? There's something there. Let's have a look. There'll probably be a wing-back attack or wing-back support, but yeah, wing-back support, wing-back attack. Looks at his flair. The flair is a bit of a letdown, isn't it? But if you look, he's not really got anything lower than a 7. Stamina's quite good as well. Gets forward whenever possible. It's quite nice. Fairly ambitious personality. I'm not disappointed by him. Livorno supporter as well. I'm not disappointed by Arena. Yeah, we'll work on his defending when he first comes through. I think that's quite safe to do. And then we'll look at his ball control and his dribbling and his pace as well. That is a very good intake. The only thing I missed was a goalkeeper, right? We've got some good centre midfielders. We've got a good left back, or potentially a good left back, left wing back. Probably didn't need the attacking players, but that's absolutely fine. Just need a goalkeeper. That is our last spot. In a couple of years, some of these guys potentially could be coming our first team and we could be in the Champions League latter stages. So I don't think we're going to win a Champions League, though, without a good goalkeeper. That's probably going to be something that we're going to get punished by. But all in all, we cannot complain about that intake, can we? We just cannot. We just can't. We just can't. Onazi again, with an absolutely unbelievable youth intake. He's not got any better, guys. He's actually finally now in his Continental Pro license, but he's no better. But that doesn't matter, it seems. He's just giving us good player after good player after good player. He's out of contract at the moment. I've not given him a new contract, but he's sort of staying here as a month-to-month thing. So if a better option comes up, I will terminate it. But right now, I don't really want to change it. So, and ours is doing really well. I'm a bit annoyed that he hasn't got a bit better, but our intakes are showing that it doesn't really need to be better. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys, for me. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping I can give you guys a Champions League qualification for the next episode. If it's looking like we're going to get it and the last game comes down to it, I will put the end of this season in the next video if it comes down to it. So I don't want you guys to miss out on any big crunch matches. But thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment as well. That helps me out a lot. Leave a subscription, as always, on the channel. And until next time, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.